No, let's actually set the stage here because this is going to be an excellent matchup. We got two fantastic teams now. We're already sending one.
Sin City, give it up for your Sentinels! Their opponents for this NA showdown. Give them your energy!
This is it. The final spot for Madrid on the line, and it's up to two North American teams to fill that spot. Will it be Sentinels or will it be NRG? And make sure you guys are out there supporting your favorite teams. Pick up those capsules while you go ahead and watch this awesome confrontation.
It is going to be good, and with EG's loss just moments ago, there are only two players from the championship EG roster that have the chance to return to the first international event of the year. That is NRG's Ethan and Demon One.
But for the side of Sentinels, they have a chance to do something their organization hasn't been able to achieve outside of auto-qualified events in 3 years. It has been a long time since this team has representation at an international event.
And we have seen players re-qualified for Madrid after huge absences. Lakia, right? Magnum, Patatek on an international stage from EMEA. Tens has his chance now here as well today.
This is going to be the tournament where the old dogs are gone. It has been upset after upset. If NRG could make it here again, deny Sentinels their shot at an international tournament, they would be a real contender for the title. Honestly, either of these teams would be. Can they make it to that international event? This match is the hurdle. It's 1 BO3 away.
And starting things on Sunset for Sentinels has to feel good, right? They're coming off that high, beating G2 in that first game on this map and looking so full. They did not lose a single round on their defensive side.
And if I could just set some emotional stakes here for a minute, I actually did get word. It's not just one birthday. We have two birthdays today, Ethan and Zelsis, on opposite sides of the field playing against each other. Someone's going to get a really nice birthday gift today.
Yeah, but only one person. The other one, I hope there is cake. I hope there's a wish, and I hope that they both blew out the candles before this game, quite frankly, because if you wait now, it is far too late.
Let's talk more about the comps on this map, though. Last time NRG played the old style, they had a Sky, they had a Jet. That was their single initiator. I frankly did not love the comp. I think it gives you limited options to fight for a main. It's very reliant on Demon One as an individual, having high impact with the op, and I think that Sentinel's comp would match up really well against it, unless they're changing it up somehow.
Yeah, I do agree, and Sentinels are sticking to the tried and true. I would say the one benefit of running this Jet, especially against the double flash combo here, is you can sort of play outside of space and peek back into it with a dash to then escape. So I think if Demon One is playing around that, timing out the utility before pouncing, that is his chance to disrupt the combo.
NRG have to figure out how to solve the post plants here. Remember, Sentinels had a perfect defense when they debuted this comp. We'll have to see if they can do it again, as it's one more slot in Madrid between Sentinels and NRG.
Two of North America, most clouded teams are ready to duke it out. So let's go ahead and jump into the action. Make some noise for your casters. It's Doug and Baby Bay.
Thank you so much, GB Dre. Legends are made in moments like this, where there's just one match to be played and one spot up for grab at the international stage. This is what Valorant is all about.
Yeah, and Sentinels has been trying so hard, as the desk was saying, to get to an international LAN in general, other than the ones that they're already invited to.
Yep,
so a lot on the line, and they look great this entire offseason. They did everything right, but it all does come down to this one moment, going up against what is probably the most stacked team that we've seen an NA roster.
Well, I mean, this is a roster everyone was excited about when the offseason hit and we found out that these moves are happening, that Ethan and Demon 1 were heading over. Everyone went nuts, and there were a lot of questions about, are they going to be able to execute? They don't have an IGL. Who's going to be the leader? Who's going to be the caller? They've gotten to this point in the tournament. Again, now just one series away from achieving the international stage, but there's still so much before them. Sentinels on the attacking side. They're going to be running the Raze into the Jet combo on the other side. NRG already aggressive. The flash is out. The swing is there too, but second with the classic punches back. What can Demon 1 do? Trying to land onto a second. Nothing is found, but the damage has been done.
And Doug, both duelists going 2 for 0 right now, evening things up for each other.
I think there have been a lot of conversation right around Zekken, and we know the kid is nuts. He's goated. He continues to impress and continue to improve, but I think there's been this question. Now that the lights are at their brightest, now that the stage is at the biggest, how can he match up against Demon 1?
Yeah,
so far, so good.
Exactly, and Demon 1 has been known to outshine every other duelist, and honestly, out 1v1 any other duelist in this league so far. But Zekken, he's been putting his head down, putting the work in for years to get to this point. And it looks like this ace site will be free. A little bit of a retake from NRG, and this is what we saw a lot the last time they played this map.
30 seconds left.
Retake focus setups. Demon 1's sitting very healthy after that confrontation.
Oh, Paranoia is not going to land, but it's not going to matter. Zekken with 3 on the round. All of them with the classic. And they get the spike down. Just Demon 1 and Crashy's left to try to save the situation.
I like that proactivity from the likes of Sen.
Is this?
There's no way.
Wait, is there a place that they can do this? They're on it! It's going to get really close! Oh, no!
And Zekken puts 4 up for Sentinels on the round, but Crashy's just sticking the bomb. And how many times have we seen this NRG roster do this? They just stick the bomb. They don't care. So much faith in their team.
Is this what we're in for?
B.
Already.
It's been 1 round!
Already.
They got pushed so far into elbow, they had the spit at their feet, they couldn't contest the defuse, and it just wasn't enough.
Look at Ethan, he's like, oh, you gonna give that to us? Big mistake, huh? Big mistake out of Sentinels there.
I mean, you'd kill to have that one back, but there's no time to think it over.
Go get him.
They've invested, yeah, they've invested into the round, you're right. Stingers and then a share for Sasi. Once again, wanting to return to the scene of the crime, investing and turning their eyes over towards A. Marv close by, though.
It looked like they wanted to flood there, but something made Marv call that off.
Yeah, think twice about it.
Spike planted.
And speak of the devil, the demon is here.
Already getting 2 on the round, pushing the pace and dashing forward.
He already took bomb.
I mean, you've got to check it now, right? Surely you don't fall for that again. Demon 1 holding the line, or at least trying to. Ethan sticking the defuse, and that's another one for NRG.
That's such a great call that you just made there. They have to check if they're on the bomb now.
Oh, absolutely.
Ever since the first round, they're going to be worried about that. Oh, is NRG sticking the bomb in a 2v3, in a 2v4? This case, they have the numbers, but look at Demon 1 already.
Zekken wasn't even his initial target.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a last-second flick.
Oh, what a great spray down from Crashy's there. That was clean.
Wait, they're not really shooting back, bro. No, they're not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think it's a little too early to tell if they're shooting back or not, but, you know.
I mean, Zekken has so far.
Definitely.
A great start for the youngster, but it's a rough start to this round.
And remember what I was saying. Demon 1's so good at isolating the opposing team's duelist every single time he plays a game. And he's so confident in taking that duel.
And then, you know, some of the mind games become a factor too, right? It's not just the fight that's happening in the server, it's what's happening outside of it, what's happening between the ears of the players. And so far for Sentinels, this is a good start, all things considered.
Look at how aggressive NRG has been playing some of these setups. trying to take the fight into the, maybe not at the first barrier, but into those spots that Sentinels like to walk into.
Right. The second line of defense. Marv has gone exploring.
Yeah, and off all that commotion, he just pushed all the way through A, like you said.
An opportunistic denial of space from the controller.
He's just gonna miss this timing, but that should give the info that they are working up mid here. Especially when this trip breaks.
Yeah, and you start to see some of the pings on the minimap too. Suspicious of where they might be.
Last player standing.
They waited too long.
Down mid.
They waited too long. Marv not able to clean up the third. But with 42 HP, that quickly dwindles to 0. NRG up 3-0 early on Sunset.
I thought Marv for a second there wasn't gonna turn. He was looking at tiles the entire time, but just looks to his left for a brief second, gets the 2K there. Little spray down with the Spectre long range. And it's already here. Demon 1 snowballing off of every round. All the kills he's gotten with that Guardian. Now he already has an op in his hands.
Remain.
Oh, that's just so satisfying to watch.
Yeah. A great start for NRG. And again, it looks like it may continue. Demon 1 with the op in hand, blades in his back pocket as well.
And I really want to shout out this strategy from NRG where they're not playing for the first wave of util. They're playing for the second walk-in. And that's so important because that's just all prep work, right? They know that Sentinels likes to use the dagger to find close space, take control of areas early on. But they're playing for that second layer. And it looks like Sentinels so far is not ready for that. Let's see if there's any adaptations made from Sen to maybe save utility on the first choke.
Ult used to clear out the site. NRG respectfully giving up all the space that they need to.
That's an amazing Gecko ult, Doug.
I mean, it just created so much space. They're going to live to fight another day. Wingman should successfully get the spike down, and the crowd will cheer. Right on cue.
And not only that, but he gets to pick up the ult again.
Yeah.
The Saucy. Gonna use this for NRG's retake. It's quiet across the board right now.
What's the cue for NRG to go? You see some of the smoke start to come out from the controller.
They're contacting.
All the way, though? Not with second and 10s there. And again, Saucy still has his ult. Hasn't used it yet, but I think NRG might be calling it quits already.
Yeah. And I mean, I respect it. I respect it. You have it off on the board, right?
Yeah.
You want to see Demon 1 try to get an entry first. I mean, he whiffed the shot. He did get the dash out. So had he gotten that kill, maybe it would have opened up the entire site for the retake. But very clean utility out of Sentinels here to take the A site. I really like that ult from Saucy once again. Wrapping all the way around lane, going into elbow so we can pick it up again. That's huge to have for that post plant. Just the replay.
There was that op shot that you mentioned. Second and 10 did a really good job of holding the line.
Yeah, and great poise from Zekken there to not peek as soon as the molly came out. He understands he can let it cook a little bit. He's not going to die right away. Try to catch him off on a timing, and that's exactly what he did. Really A control here.
There.
Little pop flash lineup for Zekken to get elbow control.
He does have his ults online.
Oh, he goes up lane.
Is there anything? Oh, the knife.
He should know.
He's
But it
got
could be anywhere.
Yeah, it's almost too big. There it is. That'll connect. Marvel's a sitting duck, had nowhere to go. Tried not to move. Ultimately, doesn't matter. Numbers advantage still in favor of Sentinels as Marv and Ethan have both fallen. Still in the hands of the duelist, but again, not really finding space, not really able to convert any of this into some room.
What a great hit from Sen. And something they struggled with the last time they played on this map was that utility on these A hits, but it looks like they're way more rehearsed now on utility, not missing anything. I think in their matchup, they didn't even have a molly lineup for the default of A, where in their previous comp with the Breach, they would always have the Breach C to clear that area out. So now I think that they went to the lab and they cooked up. Saucy might be sitting on 0 kills, 0 assists, but his util has been getting tremendous value and info.
The impact he's had on these rounds has been tremendous. And so with that, Sentinels get up to 2. They keep things competitive, they keep things close, and it seems like we may be getting a really early timeout out of the side of NRG here.
Yeah, and I think so far what we've seen from Sen is they realize that Demon 1 and NRG's game plan has has been to fight that early B control.
Yeah.
At some point, right? But since NRG are not playing the initial barrier, they don't have the info on B main. So they're playing so far back that allows Sentinels to actually full hit a site and run into only one Omen, right? Crashy's had to try to get a trade, but the KO ult was perfect. Ended up being a 5v3 post plant there.
Dre, at this point in a series, a big series, there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of excitement and attention to it. You get through the first couple of rounds and teams start to settle, right? Yeah. You kind of lose some of those like early round jitters where everything is hype, the comps slow down a little. Is that what you think part of this timeout is here?
Doing. I think that you're going to see maybe Demon One go a little bit more aggro here instead of playing that passive op line that we've seen him do so far. And maybe even drop the op and pop knives and do it that way, right? So if you're not running into Demon One, you're running into somebody else with the op, and there it is.
Like Marv, perhaps?
There you go, yeah. The 1-2 combo that NRG has been setting up for, I don't know, forever, right? Even back in Ye days, right? Marv and Ye.
Right there. See if they can find any success with that op.
But look, Sen has already pinged that there might be a mid walkout here. That's really important going into this round. Maybe already having a hard read.
The blades are online, the op is currently mid. And they've got an early pit invested A main.
Beautiful dagger, gets all the info for Sen. They're aware now that this Jet was trying to go for the walkout mid, so a very, very hard read.
What they don't know though is that it's Marv who has the op, and they don't know where he is.
Very true.
Oh, they know now! Just narrowly missing. Yeah. I mean, the tiniest of pixels, the difference there.
Look, they just reset here, go to B main, but NRG should be aware that they saw multiple bodies crossing off of that one op shot.
I think what they don't...
That's all you see, look at the minimap.
Yeah, what I think they don't know is if the hit's going to be split through mid or not, because they just dropped a one-way back in spawn. They have to respect that. Start to see some of the flashes come through with the nades. Roomba on the way out, Dizzy.
Oh, he got knifed!
Now they have a paranoia. They're going to have to navigate around as well. Starting to make their way forward. Second on the first, the flash. There's the blades, but they're no longer around for this world. Sentinels finding everything they could possibly want. And another situation where we're just calling the save.
Save plan.
I mean, the money is just going to continue to abound for Sentinels if this persists.
Yeah. And to be fair, I mean, there's not much you can do with an op and one rifle on a retake and a 2v4.
Yeah.
Sentinel's doing a great job of picking the right site off the contact that they did. And that second dagger, Celsius, gotta shout him out right now. Getting massive value with his dagger so far. He basically made Demon One useless this entire round. I mean, he got knifed twice in a row. Ethan got caught out there, maybe thinking that his team was gonna flood a little bit faster.
They're hunting these weapons. I mean, it's...
As they should.
It's primarily just Celsius who's going to be the closest. But can they get there in time? No. So the op and the rifle will be carried into the next. And it'll be surrounded by a couple of other weapons that are purchased. The op goes back into the hands of Demon One. And we get to look at that play one more time. Good night, that's so close.
And it's shots like that, missed shots like that, that is the difference between winning and losing a round, right?
Oh, for sure.
That one kill could have been so impactful. Here we go again from NRG, setting up for early mid aggression. Is Sentinel aware this time though?
Crash clears.
I really like that he breaks the dagger there.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna make Sentinels overthink here and potentially have to use more utility to clear it. But maybe that Omen smoke was a giveaway that no one's pushed up.
No info on the other side. The orb up for grabs. Oh, one again. Just a little short.
Oh, he had a second chance!
He legged him.
Clips him through the wall.
25 HP for the initiator.
But look at how much info NRG has here. They have him pinched.
Yeah, I mean, they can't get out. They've lost all mid control. The only place they could really go is through spawn.
This hit has to be clean from Sen.
Zekin has gotten out a little bit, but keep a close eye on Ethan. He's tugged, and I don't think they know that Ethan's there. He finds two with the Sheriff. Crashes with another. Saucy left alone. He's flashed. He's peppered. He's done.
What a crossfire, and he saw it. Sen investing so much utility to try to push Demon 1 off the op line. But that opens up the play for Crashies to get trays, for Ethan to have a crossfire with him. And he even took out the Gecko plant so nobody could play in the main. Look at these shots. As the cage is coming up.
That first one is
He's
nuts.
nutty.
Good fucking comp.
Both teams just vibing right now. Zekken sitting at 10-4.
Satcheling forward and continuing to push the pace.
Look at how fast he takes control
That's
of that.
really close. Whoa, he got him anyway!
This would be ridiculous.
How does he get away with that? Massive numbers advantage for NRG. Oh, still a 3v1. Zelsis with Spike in tow, 2 members of NRG on the other side, and he doesn't drop a single one. Wow. I thought the Gecko ult was going to tag him. I mean, right around the corner.
And this is what makes Demon 1 separate from the pack of other duelists. Like these split-second decisions where he just goes for that peek, lands the shot, and then also updrafts the actual Gecko ult. It's so crazy to watch this guy do these plays.
It's like he's playing a different game. He's just on his own. He's doing his own thing.
Confident. Always disrupting the hits. That's what you constantly have to be worried about when you're playing against this guy. And it's just so confusing because NRG conditioned from the start of the rounds that Demon 1 wasn't going to go so aggressive in the beginning. So when he finally actually does it, it works so well. All these little mind games being played right off pistol round. And Sen here just trying to slow things down. You know, Kaplan trying to keep his team in the game.
We'll see where they go from here. Again, a 2-round deficit for Sentinels. The attacking side, they've shown some really cool ideas. Zekken has played very well to start this map. It's been more by committee on the other side of the stage.
Definitely. I do want to point out that Sen did struggle pretty hard on the attacking side last time around they played this map, but their defense was immaculate. So I think just a couple more rounds for them, they'll be very confident going into defense with how they played it previously.
I think historically this map has been really good for them. They've lost it, what, once?
Yeah.
Including the offseason and all that stuff. I think they've only dropped this map one time, so they're obviously very comfortable in it.
And on 2 different comps. Making NRG have to prep for 2 comps is huge. It's a lot easier just to prep for 1, right?
For sure. When you know what's on the other side, when you know what to prepare for, it certainly simplifies the job.
I think Sen soon will realize that this is a retake setup on the A site.
The trip was just high enough. Uh-oh, he's gonna get too far up. Victor playing his position beautifully. Mark once again on the flank. Ethan's there to help, but they've got a trip keeping him at bay for now. No knife to bring it down or anything like that. They're gonna have to clear it. Maybe Mark jumps over it. Oh, I like that. It's just a dog. I don't know that they're gonna be expecting a second. Now they know the paranoia tagging onto John.
What a great counter flash from Tens.
Marv trying to keep them back. The spike ticking away. Meanwhile, a fight ensues on 2 fronts as the spike continues to get encroached upon. Demon 1's out, but now he's dead. Marv falls too. That's another round for Sentinels.
Heads up awareness from the side of Sen on that flank. Tens was sitting on default and actually still Omen flashed A main for his teammates. Counter flashed. It was actually beautiful. This replay, this trade. It's actually a miracle Victor got that.
Yeah.
But Tens played this spot so great. Playing that counter flash and just keep staying tucked there. Jordan, Zelsis, pop flashing right after that. Understanding that the defending team has to walk into that space. That allows John QT and him to double swing.
Dizzy's down.
So Sen right now,
I got you.
doing what they're supposed to be doing, winning based off of the utility that they're throwing. It's great.
Oh, the defensive side has taken a fair amount of space mid here. Marv and Demon 1 both passed that mid smoke. Tens perhaps getting a little too curious. Sassy might as well. Nothing to clear it. Ah, that feels like a mistake. I don't know if Marv was looking tiles or what, but Dizzy wasn't cleared, and Demon 1 pays for it with his life.
So smart from Sen to pick up that Gecko flash. Oh my gosh, but look at this. He saw him walking to B main.
I think he did.
But he didn't see if there's other people in there, so...
Oh, he saw that now.
Saw him.
Oh, he's gonna go hunting.
Did the dog hit? It did!
Celsius has no idea. There's no way he knows.
Wow.
So they've gotten the prize they were looking for. They managed to get to their prey, but the rest of the play is on the other side of the map.
30 seconds
And they still have the trips up from Victor. He has his ult online too.
What kind of post plant, Doug, is Sen gonna do here?
I'd love if Zekin stays up there. They play a little high-low if you're Sentinels, but he drops down. Ten's waiting with Paranoia in hand for just the right moment to strike. There it is. They both go right through each other. Ethan got tagged, and Zekin's the one who falls. Trying to continue to funnel out from the side as Victor plays his life, plays his time, waits for the right moment to strike, and it might all be too late. He's left alone. Creeping forward with 3 before him, 1 falls, but we're tied at 5.
Wow. And Sentinels right now at this A site post plant looking so clean. I think they have a good read of how NRG likes to play this map, Doug. Based off of how they're playing these post plants. You saw in the beginning post plant that they did, it was aggression towards that CT spawn area. Now just playing crossfires onto the site. Understanding that NRG has been trying to contact in this lane area and punishing them for this.
I was fired up. Into the next round we go. Ethan has a stinger. The rifle's in an op. The rest of the way for NRG.
I mean, and you see the respect that Sen is giving Demon 1 right now. As they should, to not be punished by how he's been playing. Wow.
My ultimate is ready.
This time they're finding the op on the opposite side of the map in the hands of someone else who's just as formidable with it.
Masking the op presence.
Is that his 3rd ult of the half? I think it is.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it is, and Marv gets tagged. He should be safe for now.
Oh, Molly just misses.
Yeah, just a bit short.
Looks like they're gonna have to find a lineup for that now too.
Victor's still playing on the site. He hasn't been cleared out. You wonder here what the flood is. Maybe off of the Dizzy.
No
Maybe off of the Paranoia from Tens, but yeah, you're right, no smokes. Vic's still alive. He's a nuisance. He's got to be dealt with. He has to be cleared. Sean QT tries to and continues to push forward.
30 seconds left.
But you haven't checked this box. What might be the most difficult one to clear because Crashies is covering on the other side. Zelsis and John QT left alone, and it's all onto the leader now. 12 HP in the face of 3. None found.
Wow. Victor just a menace on this A site.
Last round.
He was actually finessing so hard there. So aware of all the possibilities. Not getting caught out by the spam either, then holding a little off angle there.
Well, I think good on NRG too to understand, like, you're going to have to cover for him. They have to push really aggressively to clear him out of behind Jenny.
And also, just from the start of the round from NRG, masking the off presence, right?
Yeah, yep.
Demon 1 on, he got hit by that dagger on purpose. He wanted Sen to know that he was there. So that opens up the kill from Marv.
And they continue to juggle this op around, once again in the hands of Marv.
Look at this. Oh, did he see him?
No. No. Oh, but they know he's there now.
Oh my gosh.
And Zekin just destroys him. They've invested the ult. They're going to head B. Crashies is here, though. And Ethan's not far off. And they've kind of been split up.
I don't remember the last time I've seen a whiff like that from Demon 1.
Is he? Okay. I would have lost my mind.
Not with an op, surely.
Cover going out.
We've seen crazier things.
Sen playing a full post plant. Something I want to point out is that Tens has been holding on to his Omen Flash. And speaking of Tens, just takes Victor's head clean off.
3 left up for the defense. As the timer continues to tick away, there's that Paranoia. A tap from Ethan and the molly at his feet. Didn't get it to half. They're going to have to win these gunfights because they know now that it's not being stuck. Ethan, halfway there, 3/4, 90%, he's gonna stick it, and he does!
Closing off the half, how they started.
Bookended diffuses like that. That's
Switching
nuts.
sides.
That's crazy. Stealing that one away was NRG. Very, very clean from both sides, but 5 rounds for Sen, based off of how they played the last time they played defense. You gotta think that they're feeling very confident going into this next half.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for confidence here. As we close out this first half, a 7-5 lead in favor of NRG, but Sentinels kept it close. They kept it competitive, and I feel